living in a dream. Now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars driving fast, I never done this before. Now my problems let me. When I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
They always start your best tackle on your left side. Nah, both are gonna destroy that nigga, cuz. That's when Bucky gonna come through, cuz.
Bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Green 80, black 15.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Whole right side lit up the sky.
That white 90. Hey, brown 80.
Who that? Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They give to Johnson going right. And he stopped immediately there. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Nice, sweetheart. Check 3.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
You're going to have to Chip Kelly offense, bro. All RPOs.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Get ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. You.
He's coming.
Throwing again. Rivers. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Well, it's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Keep it skinny. Room. Check. Buffalo one. Hey, exit.
Mike's Popo. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball.
Red.
Play fake. Rivers. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Throwing, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40, 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Here we go. Take the Pittsburgh. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Davis on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the Vikings' 13-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Back. Check your hot read.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Check. Watch 54. You got nothing in there.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen, and he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
54 Mike. Too little, Cap. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Mike Davis. with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
This is crazy. So it's like, if I blitz this nigga, if I blitz up the middle on this nigga, he gonna break to the outside.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo.
Cool. Man, niggas use the same blitz, yo.
Left.
A first down throw here for Rivers. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
The end, so it's like basically 2 man corners and a safety in the middle. Everybody else blitzing. It's like an outside jump.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
14-3. Yeah, I can't stop this motherfucker. Plus, yeah.
First down, Rivers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Malone.
He got him
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Yeah, he got the joystick jump.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set, 380. Here we go, let's bring it. Left to right. Let's bring it. Check it backer, check it backer.
Johnson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Okay. Black 11! Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Hey, Wahoo! Room! Topper! 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Hey, Rocket! Right there. I'm here all day. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. You.
To throw, Rivers. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
It's in the
But you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Everybody
Sit on the ground.
Seahawks.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Right there. All day, baby.
Not even that. It's like it's just against the run too. Then imagine he's doing the shit with the Bears. No, he can't pass against. You got the Bears and shit.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on second down, Trubisky. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
From the 24, Trubisky. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Round 80. 58. Come on. Pick it up. Wait, 89.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Vikings first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Defense wins championships, baby.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
180. Watch by 4. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
I'm coming after you.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Flush to his right, and that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Coming this way, here we go.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
54. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
A first down carry for Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
54, line 54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Check. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch this.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Break up. 180. 54 Mike.
On 3rd down, Davis. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Crunch. Slam. Bang. 6-6. Pull it high. Watch the edge. Lock in.
Now Cohen. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Watch the block. Check. Hey, alert. Hey, switch gears.
Again, it's Cohen looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? On 3rd down, Cohen. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Final minute now of the third quarter.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Red! He's checking. Crash. 180. 58, right over there. Yeah.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. That's caught. It's Malone. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First down, Minnesota.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
They're going to 88. Here it comes. Hey, alert 3. 12. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Rivers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
You can't block me. You can't. Delta!
On 3rd down, Johnson. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
He's coming. We got alert. Red, up. Hey, orbit.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup of 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bears 27.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. Smith catches left side. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Red Delta!
Rivers to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Malone. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rivers. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Johnson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
You Red Delta! 58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. I'm out. You better bring it.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Malone hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
I ain't trying to hit him, I'm so excited, man. I ain't trying to hit, man. I'm going over a bitch house now. Going in the good house.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
34 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
The focus play.
At the 41-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
I'm telling you, everybody stay in strength, man. That's when they
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, high 7. Wait, 89.
To throw is Rivers. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
44, Mike, 44.
Operating from the gun, Rivers, and nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Bears, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
To see me, stupid. Okay. Yeah. I don't see the problem. I don't. Just come to see me because you're not leaving on Friday, right? After mommy's birthday, I leave on Friday that evening. Yeah, I'm going to rehab for 30 days. Yeah, I'll be in Annapolis. I don't know the name of it, to be honest. I don't know the name of it, but I know it's in Annapolis. I know that much. Huh? I won't know till I get there. Until I get there. Pay for it. Mommy pay for it. Yeah, it's like $3,000 extra. Oh, nah, she has no reason to be mad as fuck at all, to be honest, but it's a different story. You have a lighter? Can I use it, please? If you don't mind. Yeah, I'm outside. Thank you so much. How you doing? You good? I'm alright. I live here. I'm not from here. Yeah. Where you from? We're in Georgia, New York.
First nigga off her bottle, she thought, yeah.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, it is.
Call you, then call me like that. And I answer the phone. You just speak to him up, but
I'm in the way, I'm in the rest, I never sweat, ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, pull in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the way, I'm in the wrist,
hello.
I never switch,
Yeah.
ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch.
Oh, what you talking about me?
You know the kick from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it.
Shut up. I saw you call just now, but I accidentally pushed dance. That's why I had to call you back.